Hollywood, California, it's the Nighttime Show. With us, as always, our head writer, Matt Walker. I'm the voice of the Nighttime Show, Mike Black. Today, we have an awesome guest star of Superstore. The HBO special Translate This, 2 Netflix specials, Bad Decisions and Malas Decisiones, Felipe Esparza. And now, the man who likes his frijoles refried twice. Put your hands together at home for Stephen Kramer Glickman!
Yeah! Well, this is very exciting. This is a big deal, Felipe. We're so excited that you're here. I want to try to say the name of the special. Can you give me the what was it again?
Malas Decisiones.
Malas Decisiones. Malas Decisiones.
Please don't, Stephen.
Malas Decisiones. Decisiones. I'm trying.
Malas Decisiones.
You can do. If I could speak Spanish, I'd be so happy.
You'd be unstoppable.
I'd be unstoppable. I should take a class. I've tried to learn other languages.
What number do you think that class would rank in the number of classes you need to take?
It'll probably be that the same class I would have to start at too. Because a lot of people have they think that most Mexicans in California speak Spanish, but once we all began school, that's when our Spanish stopped. So my Spanish is as good as a guy who's 5 years old. Because at 5 years old is when I went to school and learned English.
Yeah.
And never spoke Spanish again, only to my parents.
Until the new special.
I'll speak like stuff like we'll mix shit up like tengo una gran headache. Like I have a big headache.
Oh yeah.
Por favor, háblale al doctor.
Oh.
You know, like we mix it up a lot, like
the Spanglish,
Chicanics, just a lot of words, you know, that we say, the Latinos say in the Southwest, don't exist in the real Spanish language, like Spain or Mexican Spanish, and we say things backwards. That's one of the problems I ran into my show, my Spanish show was, I say they robbed us in Spanish. In English, is they robbed us, but I was saying los robaron. That means, and I kept saying it. They kept telling me, no, you're saying it wrong. It's nos with an N, nos robado. But then they told me that los robado means the robados. Like if you're introducing a band, you say los Beatles.
Yeah,
right.
You don't say nos Beatles,
Right?
Because that'd be our Beatles.
Yeah.
So I was saying it wrong, and like most like any other American, I guess, it's not just white people. You know, we have that attitude like I'm right, you're wrong. You know?
Yeah.
So even I try to argue with a guy who was born speaking Spanish. I said, listen, man, and I felt like a Karen when I told him that, and I felt like Karen when I told my wife that too. I said, listen, I'm comfortable saying it wrong all these years. I'm gonna stick with that.
Yeah.
You know,
That's like on a cooking show that I saw where the chef had invited a guy from Mexico to help him cook. And he's like, just so you know, I'm from LA. I take my salsa very seriously. And the guy's like, well, I'm from Mexico, so I probably take it more seriously. You know?
I know. We shouldn't take stuff so seriously, but sometimes, you know, you hear somebody say something and they're totally wrong, and you want to say no. Like I was watching I was watching street food in Latin America.
Sure.
Yeah.
And they went to Argentina with the first one. So they have this lady who looks like she should be on the cover of Quaker Oats, you know? They found the most lightest skinned person in Argentina to represent street food. And she's a chef herself, you know? She's a chef. But she opens up her mouth, and the first thing she says is, you know, here in Argentina, you know, we're a country, you know, with no immigrants, you know, no ancestries, you know. There's no Native Americans here, you know.
After the Nazis came
they
in,
were wiped out by the Spanish conquest.
Wow.
You know, all we are is we're descendants of Italians and Europeans and engineers.
Uh-huh.
And I said, And I said, every street vendor you showed me looks as dark as me. I know you like eating that fropusa, whatever that is, but the guy who's selling it looks like Saddam Hussein. I don't know what part of Scandinavia he's from. I don't know. You should. It's like those people who are leaving Los Angeles. You know, but you're not leaving Los Angeles, motherfucker. You're leaving your area code.
Yeah.
You're leaving your zip code, eh? You never went to roast meat, eh?
Yeah.
Right.
You can have the same life you're gonna have in Tennessee and roast meat, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, your dollar will go far in Bakersfield.
Well, it's like I know people like we had a discussion like this. Steven and I, we talked about this like the other day. We were talking about how we know people that come to LA and then they move to Santa Monica and they're like, it's so expensive to live here. And I'm like, move to Montebello, like where I live. You can live cheap. It's not that bad if you know where to look. Like if you don't insist on living right next to the beach.
Just
like not everything
commute.
has to be a fortune.
Find the spots, man. Like when I was living in I was 3 blocks from downtown LA. I was near the Magnet Business High School, right there on Boylston and Temple.
Yeah.
So I was like adjusted. I was downtown, and I was paying like $800 a month back in 2004 for a big studio the size of this
Yeah.
room.
Yeah.
And I had a hallway to walk to my bathroom, and I had a kitchen. So it was literally this size with windows all around. And there was families living in that room struggling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, bro, they thought I was Hemingway, dog. They thought I was John Bukowski, the man that writes at night. They were trying to figure out my life, you know.
Yeah.
And I saw things changing immediately, man, once the first hipster moved in.
Yep.
And first of all, I didn't have a car no more because my friend crashed it. So he tried to give him my parking space. I said, no, man. He goes, but you don't have a car. I said, no, but this is my visitor's parking space.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whenever somebody picks me up, they need to park here. So we started arguing about that. I don't want to get too loud. So I just forgot about it.
Right.
And then he tried to raise the rent,
Yeah.
you know, on me because more
took my
white
parking space.
people started moving in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I said, listen, man, let's not forget, man, that they're still selling cocaine down the street. You know, I don't care how many people move in here, man. I was with you in the beginning.
Yeah.
I was with you when there was like people, when this place smelled like tamale water all day.
Yeah. Now they're selling the cocaine with like artisan boxes and like special gift wrapping and stuff.
Now, I started noticing, you know, that when they sell crack now it's labeled, you know, it's real nice.
Yeah.
Like before, man, they would just give it to you like that. You could actually taste it. We can't even taste it no more.
Now let's go back to the beginning. How did this whole thing get started for you in terms of entertainment? I mean, because you grew up in Boyle Heights, East Los Angeles. You know, how did you get started? Like, how did you decide that you wanted to do comedy?
Well, I grew up when VHS and VCRs came out, you know, and I was too young for beta.
Yeah.
I remember when the teacher would say we're gonna watch a movie, and the janitor would have to bring in this 2-ton television.
the cart come
3-ton
in, yeah.
VCR, and we would all fight to see who's gonna turn off the lights.
Right. Of course. Yeah.
For real, man. Oh, man. One thing that you didn't like, it was if somebody, your light monitor, but then the dude that's sitting next to the light gets up and turns it off. I don't care, man. That's like messing with your manhood back then.
Yeah.
You didn't know it then, but you knew you were going to have to fight him after school.
I totally forgot there was a rank. You were assigned light monitor. And that was a real important title when you were a kid.
You grew up later on and you realize that the light monitor were usually like, now as a grown up, I know why I was a monitor, because she wanted to make sure I sat down when the movie started, and she wanted to watch me go to the lights and then come back, sit my ass down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that was really the reason, you know.
Yeah.
I was a destructive
If I give him a
kid.
job,
Were you a trouble?
You realize that growing up. All right, I'm gonna leave you in charge of everybody coming in on time. Why? Because you're always late.
right.
So I started off
So true.
being like in my school, everybody got made fun of if you were poor, if you had a stuttering problem.
Yeah.
So I learned right away, man. I don't want to get messed up because we were really poor. And somebody brought, it was summertime, and somebody loaned us a movie, and it had like 6 hours of stand-up comedy. I think it was all HBO. It had Howie Mandel special when he blew out the mask in his
Yep.
face, and when he did Bobby, and Robin Williams when he was wearing the Hawaiian shirt.
Oh, I remember
Yeah,
that
that's
one.
a good
Yeah.
That was
special.
live at the Met, I
Yeah,
think.
he's sweating, man.
Yeah.
There's the one when he did with he wearing the overalls.
Yeah.
But that's old Robin Williams. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like
the-
1975.
Yeah,
Robin
it's
Williams back
old
then.
one,
Right.
man. That's like the same. I think the same year. What's his name? Gallagher did
Yeah.
a special with roller skates on.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so that special was on. Paul Rodriguez first HBO special when he's wearing a sweater,
Yep.
and some other dude that he went on to be a comedy writer, but I can't think of his name. He had a special called the Animal or something like that.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, he wrote a movie. His special became a movie. His special became a movie, and then became a series.
Oh.
And I wish I could remember his name, but his name was all over that Comedy Store protest book. I'm dying up here.
Ooh, really?
Yeah, he was a young comic at the time. He was in his 17, 18 years old, but he ended up being a producer.
Oh.
And it was called The Animal?
The Animal or something like that. Like his special was about a bit he had about he wanted to have a threesome with his wife, and his wife ended up being a nymphomaniac after that. Huh? Mike Bender.
Mike Bender. Oh, yeah.
Bender.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I had his special. Mike Bender wearing like a Letterman jacket, and he's hilarious. He said that he had a threesome, and his wife went on to be a nymphomaniac, and he couldn't sleep because his wife was having like a threesome with women.
I remember. I remember. Now, as you're
Yeah.
talking about it, it's coming back to me. I
Yeah, and
remember
then that
Yeah.
became a sitcom on one of the early sitcoms on HBO.
Wow.
So and then the young comedian was on it too. You know, young comedian.
Oh, the
one of
Rodney's.
the best young comedians, man. Rodney Dangerfield, Jerry Seinfeld, Sam Kinison, Robert Townsend, and that guy
Dice.
Jeff Altman and Jeff. What?
Andrew Dice Clay.
Dice.
Dice. I think
man.
Roseanne was on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did 2 of them, and Bill Hicks was on one of them.
Yeah.
And,
There's actually 3 of them. You can get the box
yeah,
set. I've got it, but it's
Seinfeld
cool.
and a bunch of people.
Yeah.
And there's another one with Fred Stoller, David Spade,
Yeah.
Rob Schneider,
Yeah.
the guy Drake, and some black comedian.
It's
who passed
amazing
away.
how, though, like when you're young and you see something like that, how it can just completely change the inside of your
Change,
brain.
man.
Yeah.
And then when I heard Richard Pryor, the N word is crazy.
Yeah.
I memorized that shit, man. Like I couldn't memorize no poem, nothing.
Yeah.
2 + 2. I remember, but I could memorize 1, 2, buckle my shoe, 3, 4, lock the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But I never forget the famous bit, man. You can never get a ambulance in the ghetto unless you call up this and tell the cops, 5 black people killing a white woman. Where's the body? And then he talks about because stuff that you see in the neighborhood, like everybody has that one dude in the neighborhood that gets drunk and wants to take on the whole neighborhood by himself, and nobody wants none. But then the police show up, and he still wants to fight the police.
Yeah.
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 And then he had Richard Pryor the bit where he says, "My name is Oil Will." He goes, "Yeah, we got some stuff to shut your ass up. Wow, there better be some good ones." And he talks about they beat the shit out of his ass.
Yeah.
Wow. Holy shit.
So then you started like when you were a teenager, or when you
Yeah,
started?
man. I started like I memorized that album, the one the N word is crazy, and I would tell it to my black friends, to keep them going, to make them laugh. And I remember this Vietnamese kid, man. He was like sitting in front of us, and we never talked to him, but he knew he was listening.
Yeah.
And I had to shut up for a moment. And I remember he turned around and goes, "Come on, man, more yokes." More jokes. So I knew I had an audience, and I knew all like all these comics. I had a friend named Ronald Page, Coco, and him and I grew up together in the housing projects.
Yeah.
But this dude was funny, but like cracking on people or roasting people. Not like the comedy roast now where everybody has to write jokes like off the cuff, like
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
And it was always bad if
Naturally.
they knew something about you, you know?
Yeah.
Or something
Right.
personal about you.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that hurt the most. 'Cause that's when you get the, ooh, I remember that shit when your dad came out naked, eh? The police took him to jail with mayonnaise on his back. You know? So me and this guy went at it, dude. Like, we went at it from 3 in the afternoon, when the school ended, 2:45, all the way to 3:30. Like, we had a big crowd. Like, we were going at it. And they said to be continued, right? And nutrition the next day. And I didn't know it then, but I was doing already my comedy homework that I do now when I want to write a joke, I research stuff. I went around asking people who was the last guy that he made fun of, that he bagged on him.
Yeah.
And what was his best one on him? What was his best one? What did they say?
Oh, wow.
So I found out that my friend Miguel Oregon, who was fucking hilarious, he said that my friend has a mole on his head. I have a mole on my cheek. But my friend Coco had a mole under his nose, like a mustache mole. And he said, bro, when I was making fun of him, I told him that his mom was making chocolate chip cookies and he wanted some chocolate chips, and his mom threw him one, and the chocolate chip fell in his face, and it stuck there. So when I did it, I added, ooh, and everybody laughed. And I knew they had a kind of like mentally challenged brother named Donald, or McLeod, or Malcolm,
McLeod.
or something like that. Some name like Magnum, I don't know, some kind of name from a television show. Dude.
Whatever these names are, they're
They were
fantastic.
out there, bro. You know, like his name was like I don't know, man. It was out there, bro. Like Turco, I don't know.
Yeah.
And this fool's, I remember going to the movie theater with him and him freaking out every time there was a scene from LA in that movie. Oh shit, I've been there. Oh. Remember we got ice cream there with my mom. So I remember all that shit.
You're like watching Colors, and he just won't shut up the whole time.
You got the LA River. Big saliva hanging down and shit. Like a rescue dog, you know, at the pound. And I remember that. I remember that when we went to go get presents, and he was happy with his present, like running around in circles.
What was his present? Do you remember?
I don't know, man. It was like a Tonka truck. And I found out by another guy that his mom got into a fist fight when she was a teenager. It was a woman named Bertha, and that woman Bertha bit her boob, baby, and chipped her nipple.
Fuck yeah.
So I came back the next day, bro, with ammunition, bro. Like, I had a jacket, one of those old jackets, you know, that everybody wore. That if it was leather, it would have been cool as hell.
Yeah.
But it was more like a security jacket with an orange in the back, pockets here.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
But I had the hood up, bro. That was a dice man when I showed up. I remember first thing I said was, man, let's talk about that mole on your face, man. I heard that your mom, someone bit your mom's nipple, and she said, and you picked it up and you put it this for later. And I said, if you squeeze that shit, chocolate milk comes out. And then I said, how was your brother, man? Your brother, man, acting like a fucking, like somebody gave him 10 more years to live with that fucking taco truck. Man. This fool wanted to fight, and I knew I won, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shut him down, man.
Wow. Holy shit.
He was a cool guy, though, that guy, man. Like, he was very influential in my life.
You would have to be.
He was
You know, like-
funny, dog. Like,
Yeah.
off the cuff funny. Like, I remember there was a Mexican kid, and he was eating a burrito with taco sauce, you know, like you do at school. But my friend knew that his dad worked at a restaurant called Allen B's, where they make bean and cheese burritos all day, and combination burritos. And then my friend Coco called that fool over called him over to sit with us. He thought he got invited to kick it with us. But my friend Coco invited him just to roast him for like 10 minutes. He goes, man, see the truth, man. This burrito ain't shit like your dad's, huh? You know, how many burritos y'all eat a day, man? He goes, do y'all make the horchata? And I just roasted him, bro. So it was
That's hysterical. Hey, real quick before we continue the show, I want to talk about a third-generation family-run business that I am very proud to be working with. Sennheiser is the top tier microphone company in the world, and we are so lucky that we are now recording our show using Sennheiser microphones and their headphones. It's awesome.
We're talking into Sennheiser MD42 microphones and using Sennheiser HD25 headphones, and these sound amazing.
I mean, listen to Mike Black's voice.
Listen to the rich and sumptuous soundscape that comes out of my voice every time I speak into a Sennheiser.
Absolutely. Go check out their microphones and their sound equipment over at Sennheiser.com. All right, let's get back to the show.
And that dude was like, he was ruthless, bro. Like, like he'll get beat up by the cops for making fun of him. Like,
Wow. Oh, my God.
Like, he'll be in handcuffs, bro. Like, roasting the cop, man. Getting hit in the ribs.
Oh, my God.
damn.
He was crazy, dude. That dude. I remember that guy gave me my when I got a girl pregnant, and I was still in high school. I had no money, like no money, dude. Like,
shit.
I told this girl, "Can I borrow some money?" And instead of giving me the money, he gives me crack instead. He goes, "You sell that and give me half, you'll have your money." I never sold crack in my life. I never seen crack. So he told me where to stand, and I got robbed within 5 minutes.
Oh, no.
Someone put a knife in my back and said, "Give it up. Give it up, cuh." So I give it all up.
No.
I saw it, and then I just gave it all up. And then I walked over to his house, and then, like a guy who worked for Thunder Mifflin, bro. I'm going to talk to Michael.
What did you say?
I went over there and said, "Listen, man, I got robbed. They took everything." "Who did?" And I said, "These fools over there." That fool came out with two pistols. And I said, "Oh, this fool gonna shoot both." Fuck. They come in blasting like that in my head.
Yeah.
And that fool just said, "Here." He gave me one, dog. I mean, I was selling crack 45 minutes.
Now
Now I'm holding a pistol.
Now you're holding a pistol?
I'm moving up in this world.
Oh, my
I'm
God.
gonna be a kingpin and shit in 2 hours.
So the day started with you getting a girl pregnant.
Yeah.
Then you moved up to crack. Then immediately to a pistol.
Yeah, man.
That's a busy day.
By the end, you're gonna be like Al Pacino
Then
in a
he
house in
goes-
Miami. Just
He walks up to somebody and like, "I'm scared, bro, and I have to pee bad now."
Oh,
Out
no.
of fear. And he goes, "Man, which of these fools took them?" And they were all there, right? Because they didn't care who I was.
Right.
They didn't hide. They didn't know me. And I said, "Oh, that guy right there." And my friend goes over there, man, slaps the shit out of him, bro. like without a warning, bro. Just smacks him, bro. And he falls. And he goes, "Man, where's that shit at? Where's the crack?" He goes, "I don't know nothing, man." And my friend took out his gun and put it right in his mouth. He goes, "Where the fuck is that?" And I'm like, "Ah." And I was like, "Fuck, they're about to take his life. I'm gonna pee on myself." and then I said, "Nah, man." And I said, "Nah, I don't deal with none of these guys." And even though they were,
Yeah.
I said, "I don't deal with none of these guys." And then later on, the same guys went back and they brought everything back and they said, "We don't know that he was with you."
Yeah.
Oh,
they just thought you were some other dude
man.
jumping in. Wow.
So fuck that, man.
That's fucking insane.
So went home and peed, bro. Like,
Was that your
I was holding it
entire?
4 hours.
Was that your entire career as a crack dealer? 4 hours, and that was it?
No, that was like 3 hours, bro. It was an hour waiting for him to come out and get ready.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God.
Let me tell you, man, and this goes for anybody out there, man. Out there, don't ever get into an argument with anybody wherever you're at wearing house shoes, house slippers. 'Cause let me tell you, man, like if you're at Ralph's and there's a guy not wearing a mask, and you look down and he's wearing biker shorts and black socks and flip flops, don't get into an argument with this guy, man.
Yeah.
This guy's gonna knock your ass out with one punch and pay his order and pee on you. and take your shoes.
And take your
Because
shoes.
this guy, like, my friend came, like, how can you come out so calm, you know? Came out with 2 pistols, house shoes, slippers, you know, a hairnet, you know, whatever, and pretty much a house coat. Just pretty much this guy, like,
It's just like a
came out
normal
looking like
Tuesday.
a butler, bro.
Yeah. Anybody that steps into the street with 2 pistols and a house coat,
And slippers.
this guy,
Yeah.
this guy doesn't fuck around.
Like it was like the African version of Big Lebowski. You know?
Holy shit.
This aggression will not stand, man. So I always wanted to be a comedian since that moment. You know, like I saw the audience, and I was feeding off of it, and I was adding tags to my roast, my bags, and I didn't know it then, but I was really performing. You know,
Yeah.
I was acting out. I researched what I had to know about this guy so he wouldn't fuck me up.
Yeah.
Cause my mom worked for my mom worked for elementary school since the 80s all the way to like 2000. She was like the school nurse and volunteered. So people always say, "Well, so your mom's stealing bandages all the time," you know, like making to roast me.
Yeah.
And they knew my mom sold Avon, and they knew my dad was an alcoholic, so they always bring that shit up.
Yeah. Was your dad around for a lot of your life? Like, were you?
Yeah,
were
my
you
dad was
close to
always
him?
there. I had a mom and dad growing up my whole life.
That's great. How did they feel
Steven's
about
jealous now.
I'm very jealous.
Let me tell you, man. And I know by a fact that all the chicks that you met, the ones that didn't work out, are the ones that had both mom and dads.
Yeah. Yeah. It's tricky.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Like you gotta like act a different way, like, with those type of people, because I grew up with a mom and dad, and all the women that I've had lasting relationships, then I grew up with a dad, or their dad walked out on them, you know.
Yeah, it is a bit
Opposite attract, huh?
It does. They do. Absolutely.
Like,
Absolutely.
you don't understand, like, when they tell you, "I'm gonna call my mom today," or people who call their mom and dad every single day,
Yeah.
or they gotta hang out with their father. Like, I don't even know what that's like. Probably because I grew up with my mom and dad being there all the time, and being around 5 brothers and being overcrowded, that I don't even care. Like, we don't communicate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, cause like Steven, like your father left when you were like 12,
12,
right?
yeah.
But like I grew up, I had my mother and father the whole time, and it's like you talk to your mom every single day on the phone,
I talk to my mom every
and
day.
I see my mom like once a week, and it's like it's fine both ways, but it's like it's just a different dynamic that goes on with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Speaking of dad leaving, you guys see that baseball card documentary on Netflix?
No.
No.
Oh my God! Like, if you ever collected baseball cards and you ever thought that the worth of them, it's just gonna break your heart.
Oh,
watching
they're
this movie.
worth
They're
12 cents
worth
now.
fucking
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, there was, well, the movie starts out with a guy speaking about his father, how his father used to have 5 baseball card stores,
Okay.
and he was raking in
Yeah.
thousands, right?
Yeah.
And he would have signings, you know, and signings when whatever. And then one day, his dad sells it all off. Like, he sees like the coming,
Yeah.
you know. He sees that storm, you know, everything changing.
Like 1990 or
Yes,
so, or
he
it's like
sold
it's,
off-
Yeah.
You know when everything died off after the Frank Thomas hype baseball card. You know, after that card and the Jose Canseco upper deck and the Michael Jordan,
Yeah.
people didn't give a fuck no more.
Yeah.
So he sold off all his businesses and left with family behind too.
Wow.
Really?
So the movie ends not being about baseball cards. It's
about
being about
him.
his dad leaving and him looking for him. But dude, there's a scene where he confronts his dad and tells him, "So you just," because his dad hooked up with one of the girls that used to work at the baseball card store and took out with her. You saw it?
No, I'm just.
They had another family, right? And his son has a box, a shitload of baseball cards. Ain't worth shit no more.
Wow.
He's burning them all in the park.
Wow.
He tells his dad, and when he meets him, "So you just traded us like baseball cards?"
Oh, that's so brutal.
And his dad said, "Well, you could say that."
Oh, shit.
Dude,
Wow.
during the documentary, he meets this slow ass kid, you know, who collected baseball cards his whole life, who had this room right here, just this corner room,
Yeah.
full of all those fucking Conseco that you thought were going to be worth money.
Yeah. And they're worth like a
They're worth
nickel each.
nothing, bro.
Yeah.
God, there's those guys and the Beanie Baby people.
man.
Yeah.
There's been a couple of times in history where people have been like, "This is going to be worth a ridiculous amount of money," and they collect and they collect. and they
Dude, when
collect.
O.J.
Crazy.
Simpson got acquitted,
Yeah.
I had 4 newspapers that says acquitted
Uh-huh.
because I thought they were going to be worth something.
Yeah.
Threw them all away. I think I threw one away like 10 years ago, and that one I regret because Johnny Cochran signed it.
Oh, wow.
I used to work in his building,
Yeah.
and he signed the Herald Examiner.
That's a good one.
That would have been cool,
acquitted,
yeah.
and I threw that one away.
Is
But
there
that
any-
one would have been worth something.
Yes.
Do you
Yeah.
collect anything? Is there anything that you collect?
I you know what? I stopped buying baseball cards after watching that documentary.
Sure.
Because whenever I'm like,
You were
right.
still buying them?
Yes, bro.
like in 2018?
They
you're still
get the
buying 'em?
Generation X's, okay? They know how to get us, bro. They know how to get us.
Yeah.
Since you're at Target, you bought everything for your kids, whatever the fuck they wanted. Now you're paying for the shit. And what do you see to the right? Mounds, Almond Joy, Kit Kat, and a bunch of baseball cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a bunch of basketball cards,
Yep.
and a bunch of Lord
Football
of the Rings
cards.
cards,
Yeah.
football
And you
cards,
never know who's gonna be
hockey
in there.
cards. Then you see some that are gold plated. Oh, better get these.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Fleer gold plated, metallic.
And they're like
Sure.
they're like $25 a pack now for some of these, where
Yes.
they're like, oh, it's gonna have a quarter-inch square from a game-worn jersey by one hockey player, and you get the thing, you're like, I don't even know who this player is because I don't watch hockey, but I guess it's gonna be
Terrific.
something, and then it's worth nothing.
Target has
Yeah.
a whole wall of shit like that next to the cash register now that's
Yeah.
all just like blind boxed sort of stuff and cards and figures and all that stuff's all together now in one little area, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to collect before, like, remember when those little cholo
Yeah, the little
Homies?
cello dolls.
The
Yeah.
homies,
course,
yeah.
and then when Jerry Seinfeld came out with that movie Comedian,
Yeah,
Yeah.
they did the
they
comedians.
did the little comedian homies. I used to have all of them.
yeah.
What?
That would
You
be
never heard
cool.
of that?
I didn't know that they
Dude,
did comedian homies.
They had Gary Shandling. They had Jerry. They had
Anyone that was
Kramer.
in the movie, pretty
Yes.
much.
What?
Yeah.
I was at the.
And they're real rare, too.
was-
Damn it, eBay.
I
I'm going
was
straight
at-
there.
I was at the Tempe Improv, and the owner of the Tempe Improv, or the next to the owner, he had a vending machine like the gumball machine, and it had all the comedians inside.
Yeah,
of it.
that was the way they
Little things.
promoted it when it first came
Whoa.
out. Yeah. They had them all in
amazing.
little gumball machines. And they're real hard to get now. Like once it got out,
Yeah.
because they only did like 5,000 of them or something like that. It was a real small run.
Yeah, man. So now, like,
Yeah.
when I see stuff, people, I say, oh, maybe I should save this. I said, nah, it'll be worth shit, eh?
Yeah.
But I know that this guy, I don't know, I can't think of his last name right now, but he works for the Punchline in Sacramento. Jeff something.
Yeah.
He books, you know him? He books.
I know who he is.
He books all the other Punchlines and Live Nation shows. I spoke to him one time briefly, like we were passing each other in a plane. And he told me he collects comedians' set lists they leave behind.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
That's
Like,
a really
he has
good-
Yeah.
yeah.
Like he has like a bunch of set lists. Like he worked a lot of specials. He worked a lot of tours. So he just like not like all of them, but like,
Yeah.
not the whole paper, but like the little cliff notes.
Yeah, the little like
Carries those.
we've all got like a thing the size of a business card or whatever. You got like just 10 bullet points on it. You're
Yes.
like, this is 45 minutes right here, you know, and just
That's
that little
badass
thing.
to have,
Yeah.
man.
If someone took like photos of those and did like a book, I would totally buy that.
I would buy it.
I'd buy that in
Yeah.
a heartbeat, you know?
Yeah, that's so
I
cool.
would buy a book
Yeah.
if it has a collection of everybody's shirt from every special they ever wore, like just like
Oh, that'd
on
be
a
cool,
parade
too.
at a
Yeah.
coffee table.
That's cool.
See what they
Yeah.
wore, yeah.
I always wanted to do a book of where you take all the names that are painted on the Comedy Store and you do a bio and a photograph for each page because there are so many weird names that are up there that like
Yeah.
for years and years, like we had Fred Willard on the show before he passed
Yeah.
away,
Yeah.
and we were talking to him and he said that he had been in a comedy troupe at the Comedy Store called Ace Trucking Company.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I've
we've all seen that name
That
for
name's
years.
been up there for years, and we
Yeah.
didn't know what the fuck it was. And it would be so nice for there to be like a definitive guide to everybody. That's
Well, and
ever
like you
been
talk to guys at the store and people will be like, Frank Welker, who the hell's that? And it's like, that's the voice of Megatron, motherfucker. Show some respect.
there. You know? Yeah.
or the comedy store will show like a rare photo you never seen that's not even inside the comedy store. Like I saw one of Sam Kinison and Paul Rodriguez hugging, and they're sweating their balls off. Man, you can tell like they just had a killer sets. You know, they're gonna go somewhere and do something fun. You know, and that's the part I miss about stand-up. You know, like at the end of the show.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
We're gonna go. What we're gonna do? We're gonna go to Denny's? Nah. We're gonna go over there and fucking smoke a joint. Or what you gonna do? We're gonna go to fucking Dublin's, and see what's up. DMX is there. He might hit somebody. You know?
we used to do this show at the club at the Hollywood Improv, and sometimes when we would finish up, there'd be like 25 people, and out, it'd be 1 a.m. They'd all be sitting in the bar, and they'd be like, "Where are we going? Where are we going?" And we would go, Mel's Diner, and then they'd all go to Mel's Diner, and we'd go to Cantor's. So like
Mr.
6
Pizza,
of us could go
when
and
it
eat
was
dinner.
open.
Oh, Mr. Pizza.
Mr. Pizza.
It took an
man.
hour and a half to get a pizza, but it was so worth it by the time you got it.
Every time you went there, they had different staff, so they all quit.
Yeah, they all hated it.
It was dark as fuck. You don't know which was the ranch or the marinara.
Yeah,
Hey man, but that was the best
it was a good
price
hang.
calzone for the times, huh?
Yeah. Their pizza was great.
Fucking
I
delicious.
love their pizza. They did pepperoni where they cut it there, and you could tell that they were cutting it themselves and stuff because they didn't do a great job. But
I used to
it
live
was
it
so
up, man.
good.
Back then, you didn't even know, like, you probably only have like $60 in your pocket, but you're acting like you have 300, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because I would go eat there, of course, Mr. Pizza at the end of the night, and then I would just eat, and then my fat ass would go to Cantor's and buy as much of those cookies I can.
Yeah.
So eat them in the morning, eh?
Yeah. Yeah, we're on the same. We're on the same. I have Cantor's cookies in my fridge right now. Yeah.
Like every time we'd go to Cantor's, we'd leave. It'd be like I'd be walking out the door, and Steven's like, "Hold on one sec," and he like stops at the cookie counter right there, and he's like, "Let me have some of these and some of these and some of these," and like goes down the row, and it's just like your variety pack.
Oh,
Yeah.
Greenblatt's is so good.
Yeah.
Me and Mike Black went to go have dinner at Greenblatt's one night, and as I'm walking over, Tom Green was like, "Hey, where are you guys going?" And I was like, "Oh, we're gonna go to Greenblatt's," and he was like, "You mind if I come with you?"
That's cool,
And
man.
then we sat. We the three of us sat and had dinner for like an hour, 2 hours. It was
Like
fucking
every
amazing.
single time I go there,
That's cool,
Oh,
man.
I
That's
miss
awesome.
it so fucking
like
much.
I think
Do a
I see
lemon chicken there, that's out of this world.
like I see Tom Dreesen every single time at Greenblatt's. I've never been to Greenblatt's and not seen Tom Dreesen
It's
there.
the best, and
He's
his
there every time.
Yeah.
he
every
is a
time.
fascinating fucking creature too. You
Yeah.
ever spend any time with Tom Dreesen?
I spoke to him briefly, and I sat next to his nephew in a plane, his young nephew.
Oh wow.
He got up on stage here and did nighttime show with us, and he gets up on stage at the Improv and he goes, "I'd like to say this before I begin. I don't give a shit about Bud Friedman. For God, I couldn't give 2 fucks about him. But I'm here because you guys invited me, and I'm gonna do this set."
Like-
all right, here we go.
Yeah,
And everyone in the audience is like, "What are you talking about?" And then he just murders at 11 o'clock at night and just fucking
And he hadn't
slays.
been to this club in like 20 years
Oh, yeah,
apparently.
he
like,
hadn't been here because he had a fight with Bud Friedman.
Bud.
But
He didn't make a story either.
yeah, he's very like Laugh Factory or nothing.
That's cool. That's a nice story, man. Listen, man, I was like hanging out here downstairs at the Improv, right there by the rail. I guess the Jay Leno rail. You know that photo
Yeah.
he's hanging out right there. But I wasn't hanging out right there. Gallagher was.
What?
Gallagher was there, bro. He was wearing some Birkenstocks with socks on and some beige cargo shorts. He looked like a lion tamer, like he was at a zoo, you know, and beige. And he was just chilling there. And I was like, I wasn't drinking then, but I was having a soda. And then we were all going to smoke a fat-ass joint around the corner. And I saw him there. I said him hello. I recognized him right away. And I said, "Mr. Gallagher, we're going to go smoke a joint. And if you want to come with us, you're more than welcome." And then he said, "Let me just finish my drink and I'll follow you up behind you guys." So he followed behind us, man, not even within one joint, like seconds in, he just starts yapping, bro, and talking. And we didn't want to cut him off, so we just let him talk. He said, "You know, guys, I was one of the first guys to get a marijuana license, right?" And he takes out this fucking marijuana license from the 80s, bro.
Wow.
Like from Normal and shit.
wow.
You know, he said it was given to him by Jack Herrera himself. Like the Jack Hare weed.
Yeah.
It was given to him personally by him, the marijuana card.
God.
So, and then I started asking him questions, like jokingly, like just to fuck with him. So have you wrote any new material? And then he punched my burrito. 'Cause I remember he did a Spanish show a long time ago in Santa Ana. But before he leaves, he tells us this, dude, which just tripped me out. He goes, I said, what were you doing out here? Oh man, I love the improv. I like everything here. I just want to be around it, you guys. Be around everybody.
Yeah.
Just want to be around everybody. He goes, my son, he's doing like a comedy play. He goes like this down the street. Like he don't give a fuck where it is, dude. He's just going down the street. And they had an intermission, and I walked over here, and I haven't had a drink in 15 years. I haven't smoked a joint in 20. And let me tell you guys, I gotta go back there. Pretend none of this happened.
Holy shit. That's amazing.
I thought that was cool, man.
Yeah. So then he like snuck back into his kids'
back.
play.
Snuck back to his family and acted like nothing happened, bro. And he hung around with 5 comedians on Refright night.
Nice.
God, that's
Now,
amazing.
talking about Spanish comedy. Now you've got the 2 new specials coming out, and that's September 1st.
Yes.
So one in English, one in Spanish, but basically the same material.
Yes, basically the same material. It took 3 years to do it, or actually 2 years to come up with an English one, and 1 year to polish up a Spanish set. Wow. And I know like a lot of the veteran comics, like Chappelle, they could just bust in and do an hour and shit, right?
Right.
But I don't want to bust it into an hour, anywhere. Plus, I can't bust in and do an hour anywhere besides,
Right,
But I always felt bad, about like when you work on your set all day, and you got your jokes together, you got your people showing up, and then a big comedian shows up and does 1 hour and no more show.
Yeah.
And you know how hard it is to get those people to come back?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So it's just heartbreaking, So I didn't want to do that. So I went all the way to San Diego. I called up the Comedy Palace. I know the owner. And I say, hey, man, you have any Spanish shows coming up? He goes, yeah, we have a show on Sunday. This female comedian from Mexico sold out 2 shows on a Sunday. I said, well, ask her if I could open for her.
Yeah.
So
Nice. Very
Yeah.
smart
That's real
move. That's a
classy.
really nice move.
I went over there, man. I wrote down a quick 5 minutes, that I could do in Spanish without, like,
Yeah.
messing up. So I did that first just to get my foot in the ground. And I did both shows. And I went back 2 weeks later when a different comedian showed up. Finally to where I started featuring. Then I got comfortable headlining. And there was a comedian from Tijuana named Joel Sotomayor. And he followed me for 2 shows in America. And he transcribed all my material into Spanish. But I had to still do the flavor.
Yeah.
I had to throw in a Felipe-esque.
Yeah.
Throw in a chile relleno in there, bro. Throw some chorizo in there, Holmes. You still gotta make it my own.
Yeah.
Because I saw Ronnie Dangerfield one time walk into the Laugh Factory. Man, he walked in there, man, like a fucking homeless man, bro.
Yeah.
He was wearing sweats and a fucking Rambo
bathrobe.
jacket.
Yeah.
And a hat. And his hot-ass wife, fucking like 60.
Yeah.
And he was up there. He takes off his glasses, starts reading the material, like just reading them, bro. And we're laughing. And his wife is like standing up, holding the tape recorder for him, like a soldier, right?
Yeah.
And I said, I need me a team like that.
Yeah.
That's why I got Lisa O'Daniel Esparza here, But then
Hell
he said, I remember talking to her like, I'm just trying to listen, fool. I'm nosy, dog. I'm not trying to listen to him say something.
Yeah.
He goes, yeah, write the check. So they're going to write the check. Whoever wrote those brilliant jokes in Ronnie Dangerfield's voice, they're going to write the check. And then I think that Saturday night, he did 2 shows, 72-minute show of fucking nonstop one-liners, bro.
Yeah.
Wow.
Of his material and the stuff that he bought. So the
Wow.
old Rodney plus 30 minutes of new Rodney.
Oh my God. That's so cool.
So like
That's hard to do,
he was
too.
70-something years old, man.
Yeah.
And like here I am struggling with 5 minutes, bro.
Wow.
Yeah.
I said, man, if he could do it, man, I better start grinding, bro.
Totally.
Hey, a quick thing I want to talk about, Mike Black. I think this is something that we really should talk about, and it's a company that was founded in 1983 in Tokyo, Japan. Of course, I'm talking about the Zoom Corporation.
Zoom.
Now, if it wasn't for Zoom, and Matt knows this, we would not be able to do our show. They make the best audio equipment in the world. Which one are we using right now?
We're recording onto a Zoom Live Track L8 right now, and when we go do our live events at conventions and stuff, we often use the Zoom H6, and they're both just fantastic pieces of equipment. You plug your microphones in, you plug your headphones in, and you're good to go.
Yeah, I mean, whether you're a classically trained pianist or a run-and-gun filmmaker or a podcaster like us.
Yep.
Yeah.
I do a ton of podcasts, and I can tell by listening when they're using a Zoom and when they're not.
Yeah.
It's the mark of excellence.
It really is. Go check out all their stuff over at zoom-na.com. That's zoom-na.com. Be professional, for God's sake. zoom-na.com. All right. Okay, let's get back to the show.
Yeah.
What was the process like of getting these done, and I mean of it getting done and now going to be on television?
The Spanish one, I really had to. It was hard finding the Spanish shows to do it on. We had one in the Comedy Store, and I didn't know that the Netflix heads were going to be there to watch the Spanish show, but it was not even polished yet.
Yeah.
It was like my fourth time doing an hour.
Wow.
So
It's probably better you didn't know they were there then.
yeah, man. So at the end of the show, they said he's not ready. I don't know if we could do this. So I felt heartbroken, bro.
Really?
I felt that heartbroken since Jay Masada told me that I'm not gonna make it for another 6 to 8 years.
When did he say that?
He said that to you?
Yeah, bro.
When?
And I already had like 2 TV credits, and I waited all day like every other comedian, you know. Yeah. I waited outside till like 6 p.m. and they wrote my name down, and then like I did my set, my 3-minute set, and then like, you know, Jamie sits down with you and gives you advice about what can you do in comedy. And I was feeling like shit, right? But I remember talking to Brad Williams that day because I told him, man, what Jamie told me. And Brad Williams, you know, he was so cool. He said that, and I know that he didn't want to say this, but that was good that he told me. I hope you don't mind me saying this now. No. He said that when first time ever he showcased had a killer set.
Yeah.
Jay Masada didn't even care about his killer set, or didn't care about. He didn't even listen to him, I guess.
Yeah.
He just saw him and what he was. And he said, Brad, after watching your set, buddy, I have a good idea, buddy. You should grab all the little people you know, and then have those little people bring all the little people they know, and you'll find all the little people comedians that you know, and we'll call it the biggest little comedy show for the little people in Hollywood.
Oh no! Wow!
See?
Wow!
And then I think I spoke to Alonzo Bowden in the parking lot after a show. You know, comedian, we hang out, so everybody was sharing. After everybody left, I told Alonzo Bowden what happened. Man, he made me feel a lot better too. He said that, oh man, when I performed for Jamie, this motherfucker told me that I should put on shoulder pads and go up there and just do football material and do jokes about football.
Holy
It's like,
shit.
remember Renee Sandoval had a story about doing the Comedy Store, and Mitzi Shore told him after, she's like, you should come out with a bag of oranges. Be the guy with oranges on stage. And he's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
But you know, as a comedian, it's fucking hilarious.
It's so fucked up.
What did Mitzi tell Jim Melatan he should change his name to? Busty something.
Holy shit!
Yeah, man. But as a comedian, bro, you listen to what Brad Williams told you, Alonzo told you, but you still don't. It doesn't sink in, you know.
Yeah.
Because now you're trying to like you're feeling bad, and you want to. I guess you want to feel more bad. You don't want to feel good. So I kept thinking, well, he gave them constructive advice.
Yeah. Oh man.
And I felt worse. He was trying to help Brad Williams. Hey, he didn't know how, but he was trying to help him.
Yeah.
I mean, and then
God.
Alonzo Bowden, he didn't stereotype him. I mean, he's 6'6". Why shouldn't he be a football player or comedian? He just told me I'm not ready for another 6 something years. When I won Last Comic Standing, I remember I was doing an interview and Jamie Masada was passing by. And I said, what was the worst advice you ever got? Jamie, what did you tell me? That, there was a Laugh Factory, right? He was all proud over there sitting down. Jamie, what did you say that it's going to take me 6 to how many years to make it? See, he didn't even know. He was full of shit. It took 10 to 12 years.
Wow.
But as a young comic, man, like to hear that like from an owner, it's like it's true in a way, but damn, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
it fucking hurts. Yeah, it fucking hurts.
When Mitzi didn't pass me till I auditioned like 11 times in a row.
Really?
Like I went in 1 week, come back next week, another week, come back next week, come back next week, come back next week. I guess you wanted to see if I have fucking 30 minutes. I guess.
Yeah.
I guess I have to stretch one day.
A lot of it too is to see if you'll give up.
Yeah, I didn't give up,
know?
man. I kept coming, and like I had Sherry Shepherd
Yeah.
and Merlin Martinez sitting next to her, Mitzi blocking, because back in the days, if you were showcasing for Mitzi,
Yeah.
comedian would pass by and try to do a little monologue next to her.
Yeah.
Or hey, or Don Rivera talk about his weekend with her, and then
Yeah.
she can't even watch her set. So I had to have those two comedians.
Maryland is good defense.
You know, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, shut up! She's trying to watch a set.
Yeah.
She won't
play.
telling Peter Chan to get the fuck out of the way. She was telling Gruden.
Gruden.
I remember.
I wish
her.
that was her
Golden,
name.
yeah.
I wish. Let's call her that from now on.
What's the other guy? The fucking the Bushman.
Bushman.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus.
Gaylord Dingler.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
A machine
Everyone-
ripped his
all
leg
the
off.
old-
A
yeah.
machine ripped his leg off.
It's
A
funny,
machine
man.
ripped his leg off.
I know I'm not the only.
Thank you.
I know I'm not the only one because I spoke to a lot of comics, not just Comedy Store comedians, but comics in general. Yeah, man. Shit, Monday nights, shit, is where you take a chick you just met to watch your killer show at Latino night or wherever.
Yeah.
And then you take her to the back of the Comedy Store to watch the Ding Dong show.
Don Barris.
Oh, man.
The fucking
That's
Ding
the
Dong
ultimate
show.
young comic
Yeah.
date right there.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And then Bows, hit some Bows in the back with big comics.
Yeah, where it's a problem is where you find out your ex-girlfriend is in the Ding Dong Show. That happened to me three times at least.
Yeah, you're
where I would
famous,
like,
dog.
where you, like I would take them to it, and then it would be like
2 months later, yeah.
2 months later, they're like, "I'm hanging out with Don Barris," and I'm like, "Oh shit."
Oh, wait a minute. Mary Jane knows my girlfriend by name.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's not a
shit.
good thing.
Something terrible is happening. Something horrible is happening.
That's always bad how when a young comic brings his hot babe to the comedy show and they're saying not that good.
Yeah.
And everyone else kills it.
Oh, that's the worst.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The worst one was ever heard was some comic who lived in Orange County, young Latino, brings his hot chick with him to watch his show at the Ha. And it didn't go well, man. It didn't go well.
Yep.
And then everybody's talking about their set, and he might have had COVID-19 that night, bro. Everybody was trying to stand 6 feet away from his bad vibes. It was a train wreck. And then, but we're all dealing with. We know that he's dealing with it as comics, right?
Yeah.
But he brought a girl who doesn't know the life, and she just said it in front of everybody, what nobody wants to hear. Maybe it's not for you.
Oh, shit.
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Oh,
In
no.
front of the other comics, she says
I would
this?
rather bring all the Mexicans you have. We'll have the biggest Mexican show here. We're a piñata on stage.
Yeah, exactly.
This little
have-
Mexican show.
To have a woman that gotta drive back an hour home with.
Oh.
Yeah.
Say I'm not ready.
Oh, God, for an hour.
I'd rather have a Mongol at Wild Coyotes pull a knife on me.
Yeah.
Because that's like the worst. Oh.
Yeah, that's real bad.
Yeah.
That's a real bad situation.
God, that is awful.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not for you.
Ooh. I'm not a big. My ex. We were together for 8 years, and I think I let her come to see me do stand up 4 times, because I was just like, it's already
too much pressure.
It's already enough pressure just performing and having a good time and trying to enjoy yourself. Like I didn't want to have like the person there with me the whole time.
Yeah.
But especially like you need that. I would record it and I'd come home and I'd play the best clips. I'd go, oh, what about this joke? This joke wasn't good. You know? But it's like I just don't. Yeah. Like when I was recording my first album thing a billion years ago, my family was like, why aren't we being invited to come watch you do stand up? And I was like, my mom's seen me do it 1,000 times, but having them at the actual big taping, like for your album taping, did you have family and friends there watching you? Or?
I had my mom watch my set before I recorded it in New York a year ago, and she had to sit there and me talk about the domestic violence that happened when we were little.
Wow.
We make it into a bit.
Wow.
And
holy shit.
And like I remember like how hard it was to tell the joke because I had to act it out. Because if I don't act it out, it sounds like some grown asshole is talking about domestic violence.
Yeah.
Right.
But if I act it out like how it happened, people like they laugh.
Yeah.
But it's like my mom got beat up, and my brother jumped in, and then he got beat up. But I was scared to jump in, I didn't jump in, I just peed in my pants. But it really happened,
Wow.
And I somehow managed to make that whole sad moment in my life into like a 5-minute bit that gets big laughs.
Now,
That is amazing.
Did you have her
Felipe,
watch
that's
it
incredible.
then before you put it in the special because you knew she would see it on TV later and you didn't want her to be surprised?
No,
or
she watched it live. I not just wanted her to see it over and over, and she saw it like I was there 5 days, 5 shows. So she saw it 5 times in a row. She saw me change it.
What'd she
and
say?
She loved it, but she lied, because there's a punchline where. Should I give her the joke?
Lisa left her. Yeah.
I talk about, not to give away too much of the joke, but I talk about that, like most parents in America, after the domestic violence or after beating up other kids, with a belt, they never say sorry. They never say, I feel bad for doing that. Should not have done this. What they do is they try to erase that memory with a good memory, like, you got beat up yesterday, but today we're going to Disneyland. Like I remember my dad beating all of us, and then the next day he felt bad. He took us out to the zoo.
Yeah. Right.
And then like I remember we were laughing because we walked up to the lion. The lion went rah. I say even the lion is scared of my dad. Huh? He said rah. Because I have a joke where I say that we went to Disneyland and Donald Duck came up to us and I started crying again. I couldn't stop crying, and my dad said, "How come you're crying?" Because that's the way mommy sounded when you were choking her.
Oh, wow. Shit.
Whoa.
Holy shit. That's some real shit, dude.
And my mom got to hear that joke, right? And like she was like holding her mouth. I could see her mouth, holding her mouth and shocked that I brought this private family matter up in public.
Yeah.
And there's more to the joke, but that's just like one of the tags I wrote.
Were you just she's watching this, or are you just like hyper focused on her in the audience while you're telling it there?
You know what? I got more emotional. She was there doing it, so there was more feeling to it.
Yeah.
And then my mom looked at me and said,
How was she after the show when you talked to
"Man,
her?
when people were like at the meet and greet, I was pointing at my mom. That's my mom right there."
Wow.
Then my mom said, "He's a liar. We didn't even go to Disneyland. He wishes. He only remembers the bad stuff."
Yeah.
Oh man, that's amazing.
So I talk about that.
Very,
and,
I can't wait to watch it.
revealing to do that. Yeah. So where are they airing? Where are the two
September
specials?
1st, 2 specials, one in English, one in Spanish, Malas Decisiones and Bad Decisions
On Netflix.
on Netflix.
Yeah.
There was jokes we had to cut
It's
off.
gonna be so huge.
We cut off
Felipe,
jokes.
They're gonna be huge. It's gonna be a huge fucking deal.
We cut off jokes, bro. Thank you, bro. We cut off jokes because of the not because of the Me Too, because they were too hardcore. Okay, I was doing, that big show that Sam Tripoli does that we all
Yeah.
love?
Of course.
Yeah.
With
The Naughty Show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one at the Comedy Store with everybody.
You have strippers and porn stars
Yes.
and all kinds of stuff on stage.
And he had, I was on a good show one time, man. I went with Anthony Jeselnik,
Jeselnik, yeah.
Yep.
and Natasha Leggero went up first, then Anthony, and then me. And I never really seen Anthony's act. I seen bits and pieces,
Yeah.
from people that people shared. I didn't know how dark it was or what level of darkness it was. So I said, wait a minute, I have a couple of level of darkness jokes like that too that I've been trying to try out. Maybe I should try them on tonight. So I tried them on that night, and I tried out this joke from Birmingham all the way to California. And let me tell you, man, the more west I got, the more groans I heard. I thought I was going to hear, oh, in Alabama, but I was mistaken. I heard it more in California. Oh, by the time I was in Portland, man, people were telling me I shouldn't tell that joke no more. But what I said that I went to a gender revealing party, and when I got there, the girl announced to everyone at the party that she got an abortion. And then when the balloon blew up, it sprayed blood at everybody. Dude, they fucking died. But now, we had to cut that joke out. And that joke was killing in Spanish, man. But, I don't want to be the first Mexican comedian that does a abortion joke. And people were not seeing that joke as a joke no more.
Yeah.
People were getting groans. Come on, people. I thought you have a pro-laugh.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And then I had tags that I had to take out, I had said they weren't even passing out cake, man. They were passing out the ingredients in a cup.
Oh, my God. That's so good.
I mean, we're not going to have a full baby. Why have a full cake?
Oh,
Whatever.
shit, that's
We
funny.
cut all that off.
Now,
And if
Dude,
you're listening
I saw-
to this right now, it's already cut off. I won't say it again.
now when you're
Wait,
prepping,
wait, before you say this. I saw Jeff Ross one night at Tripoli's show in the main room, and he said, yeah, I went to New York City recently, and my hotel got canceled, so I had to stay at the Holocaust Museum. And you could feel the room get tense. And he
that's
goes,
a good one.
it's about the same as any other hotel, except they tattoo your room number on your arm. And the whole room was just like, oh, I'm uncomfortable. And then he just kept going and kept getting darker and it was so funny to watch a room full of people get very upset.
Wow.
And he was, it was fucking hilarious, but he was trying out new stuff.
That'll
but
get
it
you
was
off
so
a cruise
funny.
ship immediately.
Yeah, you get kicked off immediately.
I heard when I worked with Gene Pompa and Greg Giraldo once. They were both co-headlining, and I was opening. And Greg Giraldo told me about a comedian that did a joke, which is not as hardcore the one we just said about Jeffrey Ross on a cruise ship. On a cruise ship, and he was Jewish. He said an anti-Semitic joke. He said that a helicopter came in with another comedian and replaced them and flew that back.
wow.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, they don't mess around.
Like Brian Fogelman or Brian Fogel
Folk-
from the 80s.
Wow.
Because there was a running joke that Greg Giraldo said that if they were to cancel your gig on you, what happened? They fogoed me. Like Don Munson,
Yeah.
but fogoed.
Wow.
Have
Now-
you done a lot of those gigs? The
Cruise ship? Never.
Never.
I've done a ship off San Pedro and back. That's it.
Little afternoon cruise. Now, I want to ask, when you're prepping the special, right? You spent years writing your hour in English. It's sort of fine-tuned. You translate it to Spanish. You start doing it. How many jokes did you find where you had to adjust the language used? Because a lot of times in jokes that we tell, the words matter in terms of the way they sound with each other, and the sounds that you're making is important to the joke. How often did you have to tweak things in Spanish to make it so you had the same concept but maybe change the joke in some way?
I have a joke on my set about that really happened. The first time I said that story was on Ryan Stickler's podcast with Jay Larson. What's it called?
I forget, but
Yeah, their podcast. And I said this story on the podcast, and later on it became a bit because I talk about going to bed with a hermaphrodite, and not knowing it was a hermaphrodite till we both got naked, and me not caring anymore. Just leave your pants on. But I couldn't. I had a hard time pronouncing hermaphrodite in Spanish.
What's the word in Spanish?
Hermafrodita.
Okay.
So
Yeah, that's a mouthful.
It's a mouthful, right? So it's gonna. I kept asking myself, "Is this gonna work?" Me dijo que era una. Because see, hermafrodita sounds also like hermosa,
Yeah.
which means beautiful. But that was a tough one, man. Hermafrodita.
How did that go when you did it in Spanish? How did they like it?
Oh, they liked it, man.
Yeah. That's great.
Because I said that she said that I'm a hermaphrodite, and I said, "Wow, man, you should get that fixed. You should do something about that." But it really happened, I was with a woman, and we had our moment. I talk about it on that podcast, and we just hung out. I felt bad to this day because she got fired from her job, hanging out with me.
Oh, hey.
That's a shame. Now, you filmed these in Santa Ana?
Santa Ana at the Observatory Theater.
That's a great theater. I used to go watch wrestling there back in the day.
Back when it was Galaxy.
Galaxy Theater back in the day, yeah.
Oh, wow.
And your HBO special
Translate This.
Translate This came out 4 years ago?
2017.
Okay, so 3 years ago. And that's when you self-produced. Like, you just...
Yes.
You're like, I'm going to make a special, and you're like, you and Lisa raised, came with the money, and you've did it in San Jose, and that one's amazing,
Yes.
by the way. And then you go and you start pitching it around, and still I think to this day, HBO is still sort of like the premier name. Like, as a comedian, you're like, one day I want to have an HBO special. Like, that's like, once you've done that,
Yeah.
that's the big one you can get,
Yeah.
and then you can do whatever else you want. But like, to get that one on HBO, what was that process like? Like, how long did that take? And it was difficult. And,
We pitched to everybody. We pitched to Netflix, everybody, and then HBO at that time had the better deal, and they said they were going to put it everywhere, not just on Latino.
Right.
The Latino section of HBO. They said we're going to have it everywhere. We're going to have billboards too. And I said, oh shit, all right.
Yeah.
And in 2 years, it's still yours. You own it.
yeah.
They go, we're just going to lease it for us for 2 years, and we're going to pay you the
That's
money.
awesome.
I said, goddamn. I said,
Yeah.
all right. So now I still own that special, and hopefully, if the two specials do well, Netflix will want another special. I said, here it is, right here, homeboy.
Yeah.
That's
So
amazing.
I get ready for
Here's
the
a
next
good,
one.
when is the Felipe Esparza sitcom coming? Because that
Oh,
seems
bro.
like the
Oh,
thing
yeah.
that needs to
Lately,
happen.
right now,
Because you have jumped on some sitcoms.
You're on
shows.
Superstore.
Yes.
You've been on a lot of shows. You've had deals
You've
in the
been
past,
on
I know.
my favorite show, the Eric Andre show.
yes, which
I've
I am
seen
going to be on again in December.
What?
Hannibal Buress quits during the show, and then I replace him. And it's the last season, and it's going to be funnier and more stunts than last year, or the show hasn't been on in 3 years. So it's coming back in December. Yes.
From your knowledge of that show, how many times have you done Eric Andre show?
I've done it like 6 times before this season, six or 4 times, and now I'm in every episode of this new season. It's tough to shoot because I would say for like season 2, Eric Andre takes on a persona for every show. Like I think season 1, it was Cat Williams. So he dressed up like Cat Williams through the whole season. He even had the hair.
Yeah.
Season 2, he had like this Howard Hughes stage where he didn't shower for a whole month. And his fingernails were really long. And he was pretty much smelling, bro, like armpit and onion rings. And that season, we had the lights up. And it was like 120 degrees on the set. So he wanted to make it as comfortable as possible for the guests. And we shot for like an hour and 10 minutes to only cut it to 2 minutes. So they're sweating, bro. They're sweating their balls off.
And
Yeah.
they're not, and they don't know.
They don't know what's going on, man. Like when Ryan Felipe showed up, he didn't know there was going to be another Felipe showing up.
Yeah.
And we had that guy from Breaking Bad, Tucos.
Oh, yeah.
We had him on the show, and he wasn't expecting me to show up and take over the interview and just talk about blood in, blood out.
It's so great.
Yeah.
But lately, I've been.
He really should do Ellen, is what he should
should,
be
man.
doing. He should be, because he keeps posting about that, and I'm like, he should just redo the set to look like the Ellen DeGeneres stage, and then he's the new host.
And then
of
put
Ellen.
like a fake blonde wig on or something to look like that haircut.
Just do it. Just
Yeah.
go for
Rich.
it. Yeah, he's so fucking.
Yeah.
He's so funny, and you're so funny on the show. Anytime you show up, I'm like,
Yeah.
You know
yeah.
how I got on the show? I was a fan of the show. Me and Eric Andre had worked on some show on Comedy Central, some stand-up show that JB Smooth hosted. That's how we met. And I was watching the show, and I was stoned as hell at a hotel room. So I just took my shirt off, and I was in my underwear. And I had the clicker, and I just kept clicking off and on, recording myself naked. And I said, "What's up, Eric Andre Hannibal? This is my audition tape." Underwear, clicking myself off and on for like a minute, saying nothing. And they liked it, and they said, "Okay, he seems to know the type of show we want.
He gets the show.
He gets the show."
Yeah.
Because his show is a mashup of Chevy Chase falling down in the beginning and those old commercials in the 80s when we were little kids. Federated.
yeah, absolutely.
But lately I've been pitching a sitcom.
Yeah.
I've been pitching every year since 4 years now, and we're getting rejected. But we still pitch, you know. I pitched the first year with Dustin Ibarra, and we got a TV deal, but we didn't get
I remember that.
they didn't buy it. And then after that, a year off, my wife and I, we pitched together a show, and nothing happened. And then we did it again, and this time we're pitching a show with Omar Chaparro, Eric Tannenbaum, Greg Doyle,
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
Isaac Gonzalez, Eugenio Derbez, and Tres Paz, and all kinds of cats, bro, from CBS, and we've just been pitching all week.
Tannenbaums don't
Cool.
fuck around. Those
Yeah.
guys
Yeah,
are
bro. When they
amazing.
called me, they said, "Yeah, we want you to play Omar's brother in like a Latino version of Odd Couple and that Charlie Sheen show,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Two
Two and a half
Broke
men or whatever.
2.5 Men."
Yeah.
I almost said
So
two
yeah,
broke
man,
men.
like you know the names, bro.
yeah. Oh, I know him.
Oh, yeah.
I know
Bro,
Eric
we
Tannenbaum.
went
He's
into a
great.
pitch, and they said, "We're gonna talk for a few minutes. We'll get back at you, E.T." E.T. And I went home. What the fuck is E.T.? Oh, Eric Tannenbaum. They're at that level.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
He doesn't fuck around. I mean, he
So man,
created
this
Two
is
and a
out
Half
of,
Men. He's
out
a
of
big
all the
deal.
other pitches, this one feels the strongest right now.
Yeah,
Great.
That's awesome, man.
Well, I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed for that
I
one.
really hope
Yeah.
all good things for you, man. You are a national treasure.
Mate.
Yes.
I'm sorry, an international treasure.
International.
Yeah. So
Where can people find you on the
You
social
can
media?
find me on FelipesWorld.com or Funny Felipe on Twitter or Felipe's World, everything. All my podcasts, everything is on there. Everything. Felipe's World, Funny Felipe, Felipe Esparza comedian. That's it.
Fantastic. Mike Black, where can people find you?
At Mike Black Attack on all social media. And I just want to shout out real quick to my brother. It's his birthday. Happy birthday, Randy.
Happy birthday, Randy.
Happy birthday,
What's
Randy.
up, fool? It's not every day you're 30.
Mike, did he pay you to do this cameo for him? Is that?
Yes. yes.
Where's he from?
He is from Colorado. We're all from Colorado. We were born in Texas, lived there for a year, and then Colorado.
Colorado.
Yeah.
Love it. Matt, where can people find you?
I've got links to everything at funnymatt.com, or if you're upset by me in any way, let me know at mattwalkersucks.com.
Yep, you and people do.
Yep.
You can always get me at Stephen Glickman, STPHEN Glickman on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and all the other fun, weird, wacky places. Don't forget to subscribe to the Nighttime Show podcast. You can go to thenighttimeshow.com to find the show on whatever app and thing you want. Felipe Esparza, you are a wonderful person. Thank you
Yes.
so much.
Thank
for
you so
doing
much.
Stand up in front of a fireball. Stephen Glickman about to wreck us all. Nighttime show is why we all are here. Sit back, shut up, grab yourself a beer. Robbie is so funny, Matt Walker is the best. Lax, Dusty, and Show, then they're on the gas. Nighttime show, the fucking nighttime show.
It's they
Not that
play
note,
it
though.
a lot for the Academy Awards for all
Yeah.
the dead people.
Yeah.